Hey guys, I want to thank you for joining me today. A lot of you had questions, and when I sent out that first email about trading as a business, I had a lot of questions, and I had just had an absolute ton of responses. Over 582 people have replied and asked for more information about trading as a business. And when I mean trade with confidence, I really mean trade with confidence, because once you put these positions on, all you have to do is sit back and monitor them and really just manage them by the numbers. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean in this video. I have set up a test account using my own real money, and this is just one of a number of different accounts that I have, and I try to spread out my strategies among different accounts. But this one is specifically set up with real money just to demonstrate the positions that I put on and the type of management of the business that I do. So if when you get into all the videos, you'll see exactly how I set up these trades and how I manage them on a daily basis. And they're all live sessions using real money in this account, in this demo account. This is not the not the account that I personally trade, because what I use is I only use 1 or 2 contracts for these, because I want to show you the potential that you don't need a lot of money. If you see me trading 10, 20, 30, 40 contracts at a time, you're going to say, whoa, I can't afford that. There's too much capital, and there is quite a bit of capital margin requirements required for trading in those sizes. But what I want to show you is the fact that, in fact, in this demo account that I use specifically to show you guys how to trade, there's only $1,600 in margin required on this account. We have a total profit of about $55, which is not a lot, but we are just getting started in these positions. And this is what I mean by managing the numbers. When you first of all, let me just say that the only actual platform that allows you to do this inexpensively is the Thinkorswim platform. If you go to thinkorswim.com, that's the brokerage account that I use. The reason is that they have a superior trading platform for the type of trades that we're doing. Now, other people may have, you may have an E-Trade account, you might have a number of different other, there's a lot of brokers out there, and I don't make a cent from, recommending Thinkorswim. The reason I recommend Thinkorswim is they actually understand the type of trades that I'm doing, and they have the analysis tools necessary to monitor, give you a really good and clear picture of where you stand every single day in your position. So when you do go in and you review your trades, like I said, 15 minutes is actually a long time to review your trades. It's probably take you just a few minutes every single day. You can review them in the morning. That's what I like to do. I like to review my trades in the morning, just after the opening bell. But then, at the end of the day, you can also do an end of day review, and just kind of see how things are shaping up on your position. But when I talk about managing numbers, now if you do any type of option trading, there are really what they call the Greeks. The Greeks. That means delta, gamma, theta, vega, and there's a fifth Greek called rho, which has to do with interest rates. So we're not really interested in that right now. But what I do is simply manage these numbers. Now, I have 4 positions on in this test account. I've only put up $1,600 in margin. And what I do is simply take a look at, and I teach this in the course. As I go through the course, what I ask you to do is to get comfortable with managing your portfolio, because you're putting on more than one position. Look, only $1,600 in margin, but I'm going to show you what the profit potential is. Now, this is just trading 1 or 2 contracts, and I've gotten 4 positions on. I've got 4 positions on right now. It generally lasts anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks, and I've already done my review for today, which basically is just going over these numbers. All I do is follow these columns all the way down to the overall totals, and I take a look at each one of these individual numbers and just make sure that they are all within the parameters that I want them to be in. Just like any business, you want to manage it by the numbers. So if you were in a traditional business and your sales and conversion ratios were off or some other ratio was off in your business, then you want to drill down into your spreadsheets and you want to drill down into your numbers to find out where the problem is. And then if you need to, you adjust them as necessary so that you don't lose money. So you adjust your business. Maybe you change your business model in some way so that you don't lose money. And that's exactly what we do. We simply manage these numbers. We go through each one of the numbers every single day, and if you're not familiar with delta, gamma, theta, and vega, I go through and I teach you exactly what those are. I show you how to manage them, and that's why you just look at one set of numbers every single day, and you're done. I mean, that's it. And you know what? If there is a situation in which we need to make an adjustment, now this is where a lot of traders go wrong. And for you guys who've been trading stocks and options for a long time, or you've been doing spread trades on options and so forth, you're gonna understand this. Is that when you put a position on, normally you put it on, and if it goes against you, you close it out, and you're done, and you've either had a profit or a loss. If it went in your favor, then you've gotten you've made a profit. If it's gone against you, then you've got a loss on your hands, and you probably just closed it out. What you may not have realized is how much money you could have made if you understood how to adjust those positions. Because what I teach is not one-dimensional trading. It's not about one position. It's about multi-dimensional trading. And I'm just going to have you take a look at the profit picture that I look at when I manage my positions. There's two things I want to look at. The one thing I want to look at are these numbers. These numbers are incredibly significant, and they tell me a lot. These numbers alone, I can manage the entire portfolio. I can manage my business, my investment business, and these teach me everything that I need to know about my positions. And that's what I teach you. Manage by the numbers. When they do get out of, if they do get out of line, then I teach exactly what you need to do in order to get them back on track and get into a profitable position. But let's go to the Analyze tab for just a second, because I want to show you what the potential is. Okay, I mean, this may not be very impressive to you. Okay, we've got an open profit of $62 on our overall position, so we've got a profit today of about $40. But our margin is only $1,600, so this is a relatively low-cost number of positions that we've got. We've got 4 positions. We've got a position on the diamonds, the EEM, which is an ETF, options on the IWM, and options on the SPY, which is the S&P 500. The IWM is the Russell 2000 ETF, and the diamonds is the Dow Jones Industrial ETF. Now, let's take a look. This is what it looks like in numerical form. We manage by the numbers. Now let's go over to the Analyze tab for a second. On the Analyze tab, what we do is we have a picture. We have a picture of our profitable position. And what we want to do is we simply want to take a look at and manage this portfolio. Just take a look down here. We are managing our portfolio based on all of our positions as an aggregate position. And here's where it gets really, really interesting. As I mentioned, our margin is only $1,600. Okay? I want you to take a look at this green line for a second, because this green line is our maximum profit potential in this position. Now, if you look down here in the left-hand corner of this picture, you notice as I move the cursor around, it gives you different numbers. Right now, on total, our position is generating about $20. Actually, this is a little bit different than the monitor trade I show you up here. We're actually up about $51. But because they take into consideration the bid and ask spreads, this might be a little bit lower than what you just saw. But it's still $1,600 in margin. If you run the cursor over this green line, this is what happens when options expire. Remember, there's only 2 rules of the market. One is prices will fluctuate. Number 2 is all options expire. Well, when we put these positions on, the only thing that we're interested in is having these options expire within this profit range. We have a fairly large range that our prices can move in, and that's what I mean by the fact that prices will fluctuate. Well, prices can fluctuate up and they can fluctuate down. It does not matter for our position. All we have to do is be patient, wait, and collect our money at the end of the month when these options expire or just prior to when the options expire. Let's take a look at the cursor. Now, if you can see down in the left-hand corner, you can see that even at this point, if prices were to move down significantly, we would still have a profit of $1,234 on this position at expiration if prices move down. Now, we have a margin of $1,600. What kind of a return on investment is that? That's close to an 80% return on, maybe even more. If prices moved up, we might even make even more money. We have a maximum profit potential of $1,300 on this position. If you look down here in the left-hand corner, we're looking at the date of expiration, which is May 17th, not the current date, which is 4/29. We're looking at May 17th, which is the option expiration date. We have a profit potential here of $1,327.27 at expiration. That is close to a 95% return. Now, you might be thinking, well, gee, Dave, that's great. $1,600 and you're making, $1,600 a margin, you're making $1,300 or whatever. Even if this landed someplace in the middle, you're talking not less than $1,000, anywhere from like $1,100 up to $1,300 right in the middle. So even if it went up or even if it went down, if it went way down here, well, now your profit margins are a little bit lower, but I can show you exactly what to do when you need to adjust those, so that your profit potential is actually a fairly wide range here in prices, so that the market, so you're really taking advantage of the market's fluctuations. It doesn't matter if the market goes up, it doesn't matter if the market goes down, because you can make money either way, and all you have to do is put these positions on and just sit back and just let them run, monitor them on a daily basis, and adjust them when necessary. Let me tell you exactly what the actual potential of this is. $1,600 margin, not much. Maximum profit, maybe around $1,300. If you were to put, let's say, double that, okay, now you're putting up $3,200 a margin. Now your maximum profit potential is anywhere from $2,400 to $2,600. For only $3,200 a margin. Let's say you did 10 times that. I put $16,000 worth of margin up. What's my profit potential now? My profit potential is $12,030 in this position at that one end, and $13,375 at this end. And if it's stuck right in the middle, it's $10,335 in 3 weeks to 4 weeks. And those are not, even that's not a very large position. That's only 10 times the margin. So if you had $16,000 in margin, your potential profit at expiration is close to $11,000, $12,000 in 3 weeks. There's lots of money to be made in this kind of trading. This is the kind of trading that professionals do. They don't care if market goes up, they don't care if the market goes down. Either way, they make money. They are they pay attention and respect the two biggest truths of the market. That is that prices fluctuate, options expire, and that is exactly what we take advantage of in these kind of trades. Now, does this always work? Hey, many strange things can happen in the market. There's no doubt about it. Prices can fluctuate wildly. And in those cases, then you're not going to be able to say, well, hey, maybe we're not going to have a profit. However, I'm not going to guarantee that you're always going to have a profit, but I'm going to show you everything that you need in order to create an environment where, even if it runs against your position, you're going to have the knowledge of what you need to do in order to turn that position around. Even at one point, the market ran way against me. And I had one position that was almost in a losing position. And guess what? Most traders would probably just close out that position. I turned it into a profit. There's lots of situations, if you know what you're doing, you can turn a losing situation into a profitable situation. And this is where the majority of traders in options just go wrong because they do these one-dimensional trades. They put on either a spread, they just let it go, they don't know how to adjust, they don't know how to manage their position by the numbers, and they're not treating their investments as a business. You know, every business has maybe a month out of the year. The other 11 months, yeah, maybe they'll be profitable if they're running their business the right way. And if you listen to the videos and I show you exactly how I do my trades and exactly how you can do your trades too, then you're going to have the knowledge to trade with confidence. And that's what this is all about. So, hey, I wish you the best always. This is the real deal. This is how professional traders actually trade positions in large quantities. This is how market makers who know what they're doing and floor traders who know what they're doing, this is how they run their investment business. This is, in fact, probably one of the most secret and really hidden systems. I mean, you might know how to trade calls and puts, but putting them together into an investment portfolio, into a business situation where you're only managing it by the numbers is extremely rare. This is not something that is common knowledge. I've seen seminars for $20,000 that don't teach what I'm going to teach you in this class. Okay. Now what I've done is I put together about 20 different videos that goes through what I just described here, all the Greeks, which is the delta, gamma, theta, vega. I've given you introductory videos on the introduction to the profit scenario, what you really need to learn and how to understand the positions that we're creating. I've also gone into extensive trade selection and strategy. Trade selection and strategy is absolutely critical because we don't put these kind of positions on without a plan. This is a business, remember. We have a plan, and we put these positions on with a plan. So I go into trade selection and strategy. I also go into portfolio building. How do we build our portfolio? Because you can put on just one or two of these trades, like in the diamonds, EEM, the IWM, or the SPYs. But it's really about putting on different positions on different prices on different indexes and building a portfolio. And this is where the power of this system comes in, because you get to manage the portfolio rather than individual positions. One position might go against you, the other three positions are looking good, so you can kind of manage that one that was going against you, and it doesn't affect the other three. So even with $1,600 in margin here, we still have four positions. I mean, we still have four positions, so we're not trading large contracts. That's another thing too, is when you get started, you're trading, just a few contracts, but the return on investment is absolutely huge here. I talk about using this particular platform, the Thinkorswim platform. See, the thing about this platform is it allows you to manage your investment as a business because of the numbers that they're giving you. They tell you what the numbers are. They give you those numbers absolutely free. They have a absolutely fantastic charting package. I mean, there's all kinds of things. You get live real-time prices. The package that Thinkorswim actually gives to you is, I mean, if you had to go out and buy the software to do this, it'd probably cost you a couple $100 a month. And years ago, and the one reason why I think this business is going to be is just, I mean, it's really, really at the right time for a lot of retail investors to learn how to do this, because a lot of these tools haven't been available except for the last couple of years. So, and Thinkorswim constantly reinvests in their platform to make it better and easier to use and to give you more information. I mean, the type of analysis that you'll see in the videos that we're going to be doing is absolutely incredible. You can't get the type of analysis, and you can't monitor your trades in a window like this and other platforms. They just don't have it. I won't knock other brokerage firms, but I did have another account at a large option, and I mean, they just specialized in options. You couldn't get these kind of numbers. You couldn't manage your business by the numbers like you can with this platform. So I have a video just on the selection, the order entry, how to get help, and how to manage your trading platform through the Thinkorswim platform. Then I go into portfolio management. and specifically portfolio management by these Greeks. Now, if you know options, then you know the Greeks. Okay, if you don't know options that well, or you have gotten a introduction to the Greeks yet, I go through that. And we're going to manage our portfolio. That's the whole deal. We manage the whole business. Then, when we find a problem, we dig down into each individual position to find out whether or not, in fact, we need to make adjustments to our business model, just like a real business. We make the adjustments, things are looking good again, and we continue on the position, and at the end of the month, all we do is collect our pay. That's the whole deal. We just wait. Here, let me show you exactly what happens, because over time, the neat thing about this is that you can actually tell what your profitability is going to be over time. If we take a look down here in the left-hand corner again, you can see that, as of May 6th, we're going to be up $369. You can tell exactly what your business is going to make over the next week and a half. And then on May 13th, we're going to be up almost $870. And that's exactly, that's how you manage the business by the numbers. You know in the future what you're going to be making based on the type of portfolio and the management of the portfolio that you're doing today. This is what happens to this white line. This white line is your current profit and loss position, and this, as we get closer to option expiration, this moves up. So on May 6th, we're going to have a profit of $374. On May 13th, we're going to have a profit of $871. And as we get closer to expiration, if we go back to the expiration graph here, we'll see that the maximum profit is, if we stay right in the center here, is about $1,000 on this margin, or $1,200 to $1,300 if we move to either side. So it's very easy. This platform is absolutely fantastic, and that's what I teach you to do. I teach you to manage your portfolio by the Greeks in just a few minutes a day. Adjustments. Now this is huge. This is the big picture here. This is the most important thing. Nobody teaches this. Absolutely nobody teaches you how to do adjustments. You can learn bear call spreads. You can do bull call spreads. You can do put spreads that are bearish. You can do put spreads that are bullish. You can do all kinds of different kinds of weird, you can do collars, and you can do all kinds of different positions. And a lot of people teach that. They teach you how to put these positions on. But generally what they want you, they need you to have an opinion of the direction of the market. Well, with our system, you don't need that. This system does not require you to have an opinion of the direction of the market. So you don't have to do technical analysis. You don't have to know anything about technical analysis. If you know how to manage your business by the numbers, then that's all you really need to know. If you know how to put trades on, then, like I said, these are not one-dimensional trades. These are multi-dimensional trades. They're easy to do. They're easy to adjust. But adjustments are everything, because nobody teaches you what to do if the position goes bad. I mean, you can put on a bull call spread, and, if prices go up, yes, you make money, but you know what? You're not going to make the maximum amount of money until you get to expiration. I mean, if you have done any type of spread option trading before, and you've put on bull call spreads, let's say you bought a IBM $5 bull call spread, and you bought it for $250, and at expiration it's worth $5 because the strike prices are $5 apart. And the market in IBM has gone up, and now all of a sudden, for $2.50, all of a sudden it's worth $3.50. Then you want to be able to take that profit, but at expiration it's going to be worth $5. So you kind of hope and pray that it goes above that your short strike price, and you get that full $5 of profit spread that you put on. But then what happens? IBM turns around, goes back down. All of a sudden your spread is now worth only $2, and you paid $2.50 for it. Well, you know what? There's an adjustment to that position that can lock in your profits at $5 if you only knew how to do it. So adjustments are absolutely critical. It's very, very important for you to understand how to do adjustments in your positions. And we don't do just one-dimensional type of positions. We do multi-dimensional positions so that we profit doesn't matter whether stocks go up or down. But adjustments is really the big picture, because nobody teaches it. They teach you how to put on these one types of positions, either spreads or calls or puts or whatever, and that's it. And if they don't work out, you take a loss. If they work out, you make a little bit of profit. But I don't think that's a great way to trade. I did that for years, and I had 50-50 success. Some months I made money, some months I didn't make money, and it's a very, very, you have to have some market direction, and if they don't work out, you get killed. And if they do work out, you make a little bit of profit, and that's not a business. That's a gamble. This is a business. Okay, then I go into closing our positions, our profit and loss. Let's take a look at our profit and loss closing positions, and this is absolutely critical because what we want to do is we want to close out the positions at the right time. And this is where you want to take a look at this picture again. You want to analyze your picture because when you get to close to expiration, that white line moves all the way up here, and it's very, very close to your expiration full profit. And if your position is looking really, really good and it's in the center, you might want to hold it another day or two just to see how prices go. But in general, once you get to the point where you've got a substantial profit in these positions, you can close them out. It's not going to hurt. You still make your profit. And you know what? You don't have to be in a hurry about closing out your positions, which is nice. Because you have so much room to move in price on a daily basis that, it's not going to hurt you if you don't close out your position one day, or you just, you got busy with something and you want to close it out, but you forgot, or you didn't get the price you wanted, or something like that. You can afford to be patient with these positions. You don't have to. It's not like day trading where every little tick counts. In this type of trading, you're putting on positions, and you don't have to settle for market prices. In fact, I don't suggest you settle for market prices. The nice thing about the Thinkorswim platform is it allows you to get in at the mid prices many times. It depends on the market, of course, but you can get in the mid prices, and if you can't get in the mid prices, then you can move up your little bit by little bit. And those the money that you save from trying to get mid prices really helps pay for all the commissions that you're going to be generating. Now, the commissions are very, very reasonable on Thinkorswim, so I don't even want you to consider that because they pay for. These positions pay for themselves and make a great profit. So commissions are really not a major component of your expenses, but they are an expense, and that's the only expense that you have in this type of business. That's your overhead, your commissions, and that's it. So it's not a big amount of money, but it is overhead that you have to pay. So closing out the positions is the next video set that I do, and it's very important that you understand how to close out your positions. You're not in any hurry. You're not day trading, so you can actually take your time, close out your positions, make sure you do them the right way, collect your profits, and you know what? Move on to the next trade. Then finally, we go into the big picture. I take a look at some technical analysis stuff. I have a proprietary technical analysis tool that I use to determine how the market will open every single day. And it's very, very close to being right almost all of the time. And it's very interesting because a lot of times that the futures will trade before the option stock market open. And a lot of times, I remember just recently, a few days ago, the futures on the S&P 500 were down like $9, which is a pretty big down move before the open, and so everybody expected the market to kind of open way down for that day. But my proprietary indicator indicated that it was going to be a flat open. In fact, it might be a little bit up, and it did. It opened basically down about 5 points, and then the Dow Jones Industrial started going up 20, 30 points. So it's a very, very interesting indicator to use. It's a proprietary indicator that I came up with, and I'm going to give that to you absolutely free as well. I also talk a lot about the VIX, and if you don't know anything about the VIX, don't worry about it right now, but it's a very, very important tool for stock trading, and especially for our types of positions. It's probably one of the most important tools that you can use to determine future direction of stock market prices, at least in the short term. So that's it, guys. That's everything that I go over in this course. And, if this is the type of information that you want to learn, then I suggest that you sign up. To tell you the truth, the type of information that you're getting, I didn't get at that $5,000 seminar. Now it's all online. All you have to do is log in. I'm going to give you the introduction videos. I'm going to go through all the Greeks. I'm going to go through trade selection strategy, portfolio building using this TOS platform, portfolio management using these Greek numbers, the numbers we manage by the numbers, adjustments, closing positions, and the big picture technical analysis. So I go through everything that you need to start putting on these trades. And, you know, like I said, I've been to $3,000 seminars and $5,000 seminars, and they don't teach what I'm teaching you. This is the real deal. This is how market makers and floor traders who know what they're doing are doing. And it's based on their trades or making their money through the spreads. They're actually managing portfolios in this manner. And, you know, like I said, it takes me 15 minutes a day, and I'm done. And I go do whatever I want to do. Go shopping, you know, take my wife shopping, go to a restaurant, meet some friends. And, you know, these positions do not need to be managed on a minute-by-minute basis. It's the kind of positions that you can put on that don't take all of your time, that you can put them on, you can let them go, you adjust them as necessary, and make a great monthly income from them and build wealth out of. And there's very few people, I would say very, very few people who understand this and can teach it. So that's my goal. My goal is to provide you with the very, very best training, the very best tools, the very best understanding of building these type of portfolio positions, managing them and adjusting them as necessary so that you can draw that monthly income and build wealth, trade with confidence. So that's it for me today. Hey, I really hope you join me. I wish you the best. Trade with confidence.